take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And got his man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Tyquan Thornton, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And CD, you know, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, now you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. Flushed out right. That's caught by Tucker. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. The Raiders at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. They've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Ritter now. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Ritter to throw it. Forced out to his left. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Right side, Thornton with it. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Second and 9 from the 44. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to have another. As the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. A 1st down carry for Barkley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Throwing is Hurts. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a 1st step in the right direction for a stop. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, 41 yards. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level. Elliott good with a PAT. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now a 2nd and 10. Ritter will set up to throw it. Dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here. Dropped it. Not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And we are hitting the home stretch here toward halftime. And to this point, this has been an exciting offensive explosion for both sides.
I think everyone in the stadium is going to have to regroup a little bit, including the two of us. Yeah, I think we have to get a little oxygen, relax a little bit, and see what we can get going for the second half. The same as these teams, because right now everything's working really well. Can someone come up with something to slow them down?
Yeah, both defenses back on their heels. They go play action with Hurts. It's caught. Smith. He's into space past the 25 and down to the 16-yard line. And 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Now a toss right to Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 75. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Elliott good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Working from the gun, Ritter. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Back to throw, Ritter. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play before the half. Here's Ritter. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll throw now on the final play. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
That's caught by Myers. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well. Here's Ritter. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving. Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be third down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Play action. Here's Hurts. He's got Brown on the out route complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Here's Hurts to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts flush to his right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
They'll drop to throw. Quick throw on the slant, but that's behind his man and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
The kick by Elliott is good, and they have regained the lead. So a response there to the touchdown in the opening drive of this third quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think you'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Second down and 4. Ritter. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Ritter from the gun. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. On the move past the 40. He's into space past the 25. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Barkley, inside handoff. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. That is caught. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, that play's a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one. 77 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
He'll look to throw. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Hurts will throw. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the two-point try. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Here's 1st and 10. Ritter to throw it. That's caught by Tucker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Ritter back to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Ritter. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Ritter looks to throw it. That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This is 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Ritter. Steps away to his left. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Here's Ritter. Here's Tucker, complete on the right side. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Ritter. And he's got it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
All right, field goal gets you the lead here. I mean, but I might want to just go ahead and go for something big.
Oh, come on, you got to kick it.
I mean, you got to be glad I'm not the head coach here, right? The whole team would want to revolt at this point.
And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's first down. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Nate Hobbs. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.